Today we're in Evergreen, Colorado, and we're going to be hiking Berrian Mountain. For a full hike review of Berrian Mountain, you can check the link below. So many of you probably not heard of Berrian Mountain, but it is part of the Denver Mountain Parks here in Evergreen, and it's about 9,100 feet and about 3 miles round trip. So about 900 feet of elevation as well. For some reason, the locals of Evergreen seem to be very protective of this hike, especially not wanting people to know about it. I'm not really sure why. I'm imagining it's because of the protectiveness of having more people flock and hike this thing, but it's a good hike and I wanted to show it to you guys today. So I'll show you the trailhead here. Trailhead can be a bit tricky to find, and it definitely has extremely limited parking. So just be respectful of that. There are residential houses in the area, and you know, the last thing I'm sure any of them want is for this to be a Maxwell Falls version 2. It's a beautiful day out today, and let's head our way up towards the summit. It's the end of March and technically not winter anymore, but Berrian Mountain is a good hike for the winter because it really requires very little additional gear. The typical micro spikes, perhaps snowshoes after a deep snow, and best of all, there's no avalanche risk either. You can pick up the gear that I use for my hikes in the winter in the links below. I have links to everything I recommend for a winter hike here. Some pretty cool rock formations here, similar to what you'll get near the summit. This is what I deal with, folks. Anytime there's snow. We were literally here days ago. Oh. Come on. So from the road, this is going to be your first trail junction. Where Juno's going is the incorrect way, and it'll lead you back to some residential areas. Where you want to keep going is to the right, this way. And there might not be much of an established trail in the spring and summer, but in winter it's pretty obvious that the trail keeps going this way towards Berrian Mountain summit. From this first trail junction here, you'll really start to pick up a lot more elevation. It's been pretty mellow going until this point, but it'll get there. Juno's snacking away. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, a little while after that first trail junction, you're gonna reach another one. This time, look for this fallen tree over here, and you're gonna just wanna take a left and continue up this way. We haven't explored the area much, but I'm pretty sure this right trail does get you to the summit, but I know 100% that this one does. So I would just go this way, and if you want to explore, you do have that option to keep going straight here. If any of you guys have a hiking partner, you know that there's awesome days where you're like, man, we're in the groove, flying, cruising up elevation. And then there's other days where you're like, I'm not sure if I ever want to look at this person again, let alone hike with them. Today, the latter is one of those days with Juno. I love this dog to death, but God, she's driving me bananas today. Your next trail junction, again, choice of right or left. You're gonna wanna go left here. From this point to the summit. It's gonna be pretty steep, so buckle up. Whew. Yeah, this last bit right before the summit is pretty steep. Pretty steep. All right, that hill sucked. Once you're up it, you're gonna reach this outcropping behind me here. And although it's not the true summit of Berrian Peak, it is the best spot for views on this hike, but I'll prove to you in a little bit why it's not the true summit. You got some beautiful views up here, just awesome in all directions. So over here we got Mount Evans, over to the right we got James Peak right there, and then views of the Indian Peaks wilderness over here as well, so North Arapahoe Peak. But just really pretty out here today, and really nice views for the short hike that this is. So we got a bit of a wind block here, but as I said, this isn't the true summit of Berrian Peak, but it's the place where most people go to take their pictures, just because it does have the best views, about 180 degrees here. So if you really want to go to the true summit, I'm going to take you there now. Once you've had your time to explore that nice little rock outcropping there, you're going to head back to the main trail that's down, and then right across here is where you're going to connect to go to the true summit of Mount Berrian. Juno, what do you got, a stick? Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. You eating it? Nice. After a little while of hiking, you're gonna reach another kind of little rock outcrop here. You'll see some trail markers on the trees up there. And you wanna keep going this way to get to the true summit of Mount Berrian. I welcome you to the summit of Mount Berrian. Look how glorious it is. Awesome views. This reminds me of a New Hampshire or a Vermont summit. I don't know if you can see this, but basically we are the blue arrow there, and where the arrow is pointing to and the little red summit is Berrian Mountain. Now, if I point it, the GPS, flat towards Berrian Mountain, it says it's 108 feet away. If you look up, 108 feet away is basically downhill. My best estimate as to where the summit really is here. There you have it. That's Berrian Mountain here in Evergreen, Colorado. Bit of a hidden gem, but awesome views. Pretty decent elevation gain for the mileage, but not that many miles. And yeah, accessible all year round. Can't really beat it. And of course, dog friendly as well. We're back on the little outcropping we passed just before the summit of Berrian Mountain, and there's some nice views down into Denver. So I'll close the video with that. On behalf of Juno and myself, thanks for watching this hike review of Berrian Mountain here in Evergreen, Colorado. Please subscribe not to miss any future content. Give this thumbs up if you found this video helpful. And if you've hiked Berrian Mountain recently, be sure to leave a comment about the trail conditions in the pinned comment below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.